let's do a quick tour of the buildings. Obviously, the first one, and most important, is the castle. That's not the button I wanted, my apologies. Hit the exclamation mark. You can see the level. Affects your troop size. Helps with your infirmary cap. And at various levels unlocks other things. Like, since now I'm a 13, I've got access to the mystery shop. If I finish the Awakening Soroi chapters, I can awaken Soroi. I've got the goddess statue, gear and gems. I have to reach level 15 to unlock glory level. It's not shown here, but you need to have a castle 16 to get into the pit. 18 to unlock sour gems, and 20 to unlock the auction house. So, the next permanent building is the watchtower. Hit the little exclamation point. You can see what the various levels get you. About half of them are warning you about troops approaching. The other half are what you find out if you send a scout to somebody, if you recon somebody. So the higher the level, the more information you get. So it's best to keep it increasing. The Institute. This is where you can research things. These things help with development, such as increasing the troop load. The higher your troop load is, the more weight your troops can carry, the fewer troops you need to send gathering. Storage, how much is protected by your storage in case you're attacked. Increasing your training speed, healing faster. Under military, there's some important ones. There's the march queues. These increase the number of marches you have, because you start off with one. That gets you a second. That gets you a third. And then all the way down here, after you reach C20 and get your Institute up to 20, you can get a fourth march queue. Now, there is a fifth one, but that is through VIP. VIP 8 gets you that extra march queue. There's a maximum of 5, no more. Warehouse, that's the amount of protected resources and how many soul stones you can have. Sorry, I've got some sort of cold or something. Apologies. So the more you increase that, the more resources are protected. Plus, it is a requirement for upgrading, I believe it's the cavalry. In order to upgrade the cavalry barracks to a certain level, you have to have the warehouse to that level. Trap workshop, which I'm a bit behind in upgrading. Traps. The higher the level, the better the traps you can build, and the more of them you can build at a time, and the more you can have it total. And I've shown this before, the unit advantage. Launch traps are good against cavalry, arrow towers against ranged, and ground traps against infantry. There isn't anything against siege. Okay, now the barracks can't, again, level determines the troop size, the troop level you can build. I'm up to T5 now. I'm very happy about that. The Hero Hall is, of course, covered by the system in the beginning. You can recruit heroes here using these oath runes. Now, you'll notice there's a recruit 1 time and a recruit 10 times. And the 10 times only cost 9. So that's what I tend to do. If I don't have 9, I won't do it. Because I'd really rather get that extra one. But it's important to do the skip when you do that, because it can take, it doesn't take long, but I'm impatient. Not a whole lot of information here. Oh, well, you know, except for the percentages, I guess. But it's also the exchange. Once your lower starred heroes, 4-star and below, reach +5, you can't enhance them anymore. So the fragments are useless for enhancing, but you can exchange them, and then you get points. Like you can see here, I have 555 points, and you can use those points to buy hero fragments here. Does not count for any events. Just so you know. Okay, the mystery shop, as I said, that opened with a C12. And you can exchange items. Like, I've already done stuff. I don't have any open right now. It refreshes every 3 hours. And the only one I haven't done is I can exchange 280 food for 350,000 of wood. But I'm not going to bother to do that because I happen to have 11.4 million right now. I've got a lot of wood. I don't need any more wood. Okay. So I can't really show you Sora yet because I haven't unlocked him because campaign 10 is very mean. The Alliance Hall. The Alliance Hall level determines how many reinforcements you can receive when getting attacked, how many help attempts you get, and what I mean by that is when you're upgrading. Let me go ahead and go to that screen. You can see right now I'm researching a couple of things, and I'm building a wall, or I'm researching troop size. I'm building a lumber camp, and I'm building a wall. And these 18, 17, and 16, that's because of the Alliance Hall level at the time I started that activity. So when I started the troop size research, I could only receive 16 helps. When I started the lumber camp, I could receive 17, and then I upgraded the Alliance Hall again, and so now with the wall, I can receive 18 helps, which I've received. Also, how much your help affects. I think it's how much your help affects the others, not how much everyone else's affects you. Because it seems to me that the higher the Alliance Hall of the person doing the helps, the more help it gives. Bulletin board, or the quiz board, of course, gives you rewards for answering the questions correctly, and learning these questions helps you with the game because it's you know, how do you increase Alliance member limit? We need to research Tech Alliance expansion, which we keep working on. I can't do it yet because I'm still in the cooldown period. It starts off at like 3 minutes and then it just increases. I think the maximum is an hour. The market. Market determines how many resources you can send to somebody at one time, and what the tax rate is. They call it transport loss now, at least on this screen. So if I send somebody resources, I can send a maximum of 450,000, but it actually costs me. I'm going to go ahead and send. Let's send a newbie some wood. So I can send 450. You can see that up here. That's what I'm sending. But it's going to cost me 661,764 because of that 32% tax rate. Here they still call it that. So very important to get that upgraded. Yes, I know I'm lagging on that. I'll go ahead and send the wood. As I said, I've got plenty of wood. Blacksmith. Blacksmith level determines how many of certain things you can have. Like level 8, you can insert a unit gem. 15, a troop gem, which is pretty much the only real place to get those is in the Hero Championship in the arena, which is why you really need to do well in the Hero Showdown in the arena, because the top X number get into the championship. I'm not sure what it is anymore. It's been a while since I looked at that. Sour gems, unlocking hero curios. So again, very important to upgrade. everything's important to upgrade. Tower of Trial, you don't actually upgrade this. It's just, it unlocks with a C10, I believe. And it's every day there are trials that you can do. I probably should have saved this for another day because I can't access these trials yet. More Sigil, you need to be a much higher, you need level 25 castle, and Sour Jill, you need level 18. Nobody has those. I'm really not sure why they have a day where you can't do anything, because it's one of the daily quests. It's very silly of them. But I suppose it's just another prod to make us spend the money to upgrade quickly and get there. The War Banner. This gives you information about your troops. You can see the total units and how many are home. So I've currently have 38,400 troops, 10,263 of which are at the castle. So that's who would be defending me if somebody were to attack me right now. The food cost, anything not protected by storage will be eaten by your troops, which is why I generally don't open the food in your bag. The system will pull it automatically when you need it. And if you just open it when you don't need it, then the troops will eat it and it goes bye-bye. Now, if for some reason you collect a lot of quest rewards and you have a bunch of food and you don't have anything to spend it on, if you go offline and then you come back several hours later, if you collect from your farm first thing, you'll get it back. I'm not sure. Somebody said it was a glitch, but it didn't used to do that. It came about after a lot of complaints, so I'm not sure it's a glitch. Anyway, you can also see I've got 3 march queues. I'm not sure why. It should be saying 2 out of 3 because it should be in... Oh, okay, there we go. Now for some reason it's fixed. 2 out of 3. 2 of them are gone. 3's home. The third one is home. So I have a march queue if I wanted to do something. I've got a little over 5,000 traps, and I currently don't have any wounded. And then you can also see I've got, these are my troops. Then total I have and how many are home. And then what I have in the way of traps. Let's go ahead and do the bank next. The bank, since I need to collect this, it's basically what it says. You deposit diamonds, and then after a certain time period, you can collect them with interest. Now, I forgot I was going to look at the others, because I don't remember for sure with them, but if you are on every day, if you play every day, it is much better to do the 1-day deposit. It doesn't seem like it because it's only 7% as opposed to the 20 or the 50%. But overall, it's better. You get, if you're on every day for 30 days and do this daily deposit, you will get more diamonds than if you were to do the 50% deposit for 30 days. Hall of War. This determines your legion size. The castle determines your troop size, how many troops you personally can send to do something. The legion size is how many troops total you can command, including allies who have joined your rallies or who are helping you. So the higher the level, the better the legion size, and the more troops everyone can send to help you do something. So, very important. This is also where there's a button. I've never joined a rally attack through here or reinforced allies, but you can do that here. I do the troop form set. I don't really have the heroes to set up, but once you do, it is much better to have a set formation and to have them set have like all infantry, all cavalry, full marches of things. My heroes aren't up there yet, so I don't worry about it just yet, but I'm looking forward to the day I can. Dragondom Conquest doesn't matter to us yet because we're a new kingdom. The pit I can't access until level 16. It's mining ore. You can send troops there, but they're not really gone. You can still use them for other things. You can be attacked in the pit. But those resources, if you stay on top of it and keep resending and keep going with that, the ore can be traded for resources and other neat things, and it builds up quickly. It's very important, but it's not something you can upgrade. The Sanctum shows you the artifacts in the kingdom. Fox has already gotten one. I can't remember how you get that. The others haven't been obtained yet, so we can see to obtain the portal scroll, you've got to place first in the first Ace Lord event. First level 40 Lord. Get lucky with a level 20 Hell Fortress, which won't exist for several days yet. Level 14 Monster. We're closer to that. And first ruler in the kingdom. The first person to win Dragonia. Which I don't participate in. I wouldn't mind participating in it, but it starts at 3 a.m., I believe, for me, because I live on the west coast of the U.S. And as much as I love the game, I am not getting up at 3 a.m. Then there's the arena. Currently, we just have the hero arena. There's also a Legion arena where you fight with your troops. That's every other week. And then there's also, I mentioned before, the Hero Championship, which you have to score. You have to place in the top. I'm not sure. I think it's 1,000, but I don't know if that would hold. I don't think that would hold true for a new kingdom. And I'm not even sure if they would hold it yet. They changed a lot of it in about 6 months ago, and I'm not up on all the changes. But it's very important to try and be as high in the rankings in the hero arena so that you can place in the championship, because as I said, the championship is the best way to get troop gems. But as the kingdom gets older and people get stronger and other kingdoms join into the same arena, it gets harder and harder. So do it as soon as possible. And then you can exchange for stuff. Here we've got speed ups and some oath runes and some frags. The Legion shop has resources with other things. And then the champion shop obviously has the troop gems. Which, just to clarify where those go, that's this spot. You gotta have a level 15 blacksmith, and you have to have some. I don't have a lot of gems yet. Okay. The wall. The wall is key to upgrading your castle. Almost every castle level requires that you have the wall built up first. Yeah, I was going to go ahead and do that. So, I was going to see if I could do that, but I don't have the speed ups for it. So, oh well. So, the wall, what it does for your defense, and how many troops. I don't know why they added this. This didn't used to happen, but now it does. A maximum of 10 million of my troops count as wall defense troops, which is ridiculous because at this level I don't even have 1 million troops, let alone 10 million. Honestly, I think only maybe the top 10% of players, if that, have that many troops. So it's just a really, and they generally have C40s, so they've got a 35 million cap anyway. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense, but that's the developers for you. They like to be very confusing. So, defense info. You can set heroes to guard your wall, and that helps with the defense. I'm going to go ahead and choose the best of each. Oh, I think I need another cavalry because you're not doing well. And then I don't think I have any that does everybody yet, so we'll just use Dracula. Okay. And so that gives me some boosts. And plus my research and everything is giving me boosts. It's so silly. See, you can see 10 million is my cap, and I've got 10,000. That is so silly. And then if you're attacked, they may damage your wall, in which case you need to repair it. I don't know if it's still the same. Let's see, does it say here? No, it just talks about the wall defense, the effect. Last time I checked... yes, when defeated by a plunderer, your territory will be set on fire for 30 minutes, and then automatically relocated if the wall drops to 0. You can repair it. I believe it's 15 minutes, and I can't remember how much it repairs, but it's not a whole lot. It takes forever to repair your wall. It's much better to remember shields. Shields are good. Okay, and that does it for the main buildings. I will mention you need to keep the farm upgraded, because that's a requirement for upgrading the watchtower. You need to keep the lumber camp upgraded, one of them at least, because that's for the trap workshop. You need to keep a recruiting center up, because that's required for the infantry. And you need to keep an infirmary up, because that's required for the ranged. And I forgot to mention this about the castle. If you click on territory overview, you can see how much you have of everything. As you can see, I have a lot of food. I have a lot of wood. I am not hurting for either of those. So, all right, this video is long enough. Good luck. Thanks for watching.